Hello! I thought I'd do a bit of a vloggy style video this week. Normally my videos are just focused around the races, but I've not really been doing the races, partially or mainly because of the knee issue that you would have seen in the last video. I've ridden with other shoes, my old shoes, and the problem hasn't gone away. So it goes away for a couple of days and comes back, but it seems completely unrelated to riding the bike. So I think it's probably, being honest, because of the weight that I've put on over the last couple of months. So I'm just taking it easy and I don't want to push it too hard and cause any other problems. So just been doing more casual riding really. So I thought I'd do a sort of a vloggy video, see how the week goes, see what rides I get on, and yeah, and give you something to actually watch because I've not put a video out in a few weeks because of it. So the plan is, tonight is Tuesday, I'm going to get on and do the Tour of Watopia. I didn't do stage 1 yet, which I think I'll do on the catch up maybe at the end. I'm going to do the short route, TikTok, nice 20 kilometres, and just get the legs ticking over again. I've had a bit of illness since my last video too. I mentioned that my daughter wasn't very well. That did kind of come my way a little bit. That knocked me out. And then I had my COVID jab and flu jab at the same time, and that knocked me out for a couple of days as well. So I'm actually feeling okay now for the first time in a little while. I'm eating a lot better. I've got a lot more energy. I don't have the flu and the runny nose and the other stuff that I had before. So fingers crossed I can actually get going now. It feels like I've been saying that the last couple of videos, but it's been hard work. But let's see how this week goes. I'm going to jump on, do this ride, and yeah, see how the week ends up. I wouldn't normally do a voiceover for just a casual ride, but I really enjoyed this one. So you kind of started off here as I normally would. The idea was to stay in zone 2, so for me that's around 125 to 130 beats per minute on my heart rate. You can see I've gone off with that intention. I've dropped back 328 out of 379, so definitely not pushing towards the front, especially not near the guys that want to race this event. But it's still strung out, but my main aim at the beginning is to just find a group to sit in with if possible, and get round, benefit from each other's draft and just ride together really. Took a little while to settle down into groups. I found this group around the 338th position at the moment, but we all sort of seem to stay together quite nicely. 5 minutes in, and this is where I thought, actually, I'm feeling quite strong here. You can see my power graph along the bottom. It's not spiky, which is very unusual for me. The idea to take this casually, but I am up a little. I'm putting out a little bit more effort than I had planned to. My heart rate's up at 145, so it's well above the 130 that I thought. 150 to 160 watts, but I'm actually feeling quite comfortable. I'm feeling quite strong, which is, considering my riding recently, has been a bit of a surprise. And it continued throughout the race really. You can see again, we've nearly got a full bar along the bottom. I've not stopped pedaling once. It's all sort of in the similar area. Top end of blue, just hitting into the greens at certain points. There were points like now, we've got a 2% incline, which I know isn't a lot, but I just have to put that a little bit extra. Make sure I stay in with the group just to overcome my weight disadvantage. But I managed it and I felt quite good. Having enjoyed being in with this group, I didn't want to lose them and fall off the back. That came to a little bit of a difficult point here. 3% incline, just a point where I'm just going to have to put out a little bit more effort. I'm sort of into the orangey zone now, making sure I could see a couple of the guys going off the front, and I thought, okay, if I don't lose the front, then I can't lose the back of this group, and at least I can relax at the top and let the guys behind me catch. So just putting out a little bit more effort to get up this hill. But as I said, I'm feeling really good here. I don't know whether it's the eating better recently. No problems with my knees. It wasn't giving me any sort of discomfort or anything. So I'm feeling really good. We're 20 minutes in, and normally by this point, I know this isn't a race. I know I'm not into the higher watts that I would necessarily be doing in a race. But just to be able to get on and enjoy a ride and put out consistent power, yeah, it just made me so happy. I stayed with that group till about 4 kilometres to go, and I really don't like this bit on this part of Utopia. I don't know what it is. It seems to go on forever, but it's a really, I don't know, it's not a big percentage, but it takes ages just to get up here. And I can see, we're coming up to half an hour. I'm starting to feel it a little bit now. And I thought, you know what? I've done pretty well. I've managed to hang on to these guys. I'm just going to back it off now into zone 2 and just, take a comfortable ride towards the end. You can see my power's dropped off in a couple of places. That was more, I think, the hilliness and going down hills where I've just stopped pedaling for a couple of seconds. But, feeling really strong. Put out a couple of bursts you can see there to try and, stay in with the back of the group. But I think having gone that far without that spiky power, I just thought, okay, I haven't got it left in my legs anymore. Back off slightly and then just do the last 3 kilometres quite happily at a lower speed. And that's what I thought until this group came past me. And there were some of the names in here that I was riding with at the start. So I don't know at what point I left them or lost the group. I just put out a bit of extra power, caught back onto the back of them and thought, brilliant, I've got another little group to ride with at the end. Hopefully I can get my legs going back into that sort of rhythm that I was before. And I did. Got through to the end with this group and really enjoyed the ride. Coming over the line here within 37 minutes 24 seconds. And I know it seems a bit sad to be really happy about a slowish group ride, but I felt really strong in that, and it's the first time in quite some time getting the cycling cap to wear as well. First stage of the Tour of Watopia, but I'm really happy. I'm so happy that I managed to pretty much until the end maybe, have a really good power graph, no spikiness that I've had, even in my casual ride since coming, having a little bit of a break, coming back, enjoying the ride, feeling strong, and enjoying being on the bike again. It's Thursday lunchtime, just walking down to the shop to get some bits for lunch, and the autumn weather's here, suddenly a drop in temperature, probably should have put a hoodie on, a little bit chilly, and a little bit drizzly for, I think it's probably the first time this year it's been a bit like this, grey and overcast. No adverse effects from the ride on Tuesday on my knee. In fact, it feels pretty good. Still feel a slight twinge, but definitely a lot better. Today is supposed to be ride day. My wife has had a pretty rough couple of days. She went out late work last night, didn't get back until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I think tonight, rather than doing the T2.5 TT, I'll probably jump on a little bit earlier and just get a ride done before she gets home with the little ones, so that I can just sort of give her a hand this evening and not leave her to it all on her own. So I'm going to have a look and see what there is to do. Probably won't be a race again, I don't think. I'm a little bit nervous about pushing it. So probably won't be a race, but a ride of some sort. So yeah, I'll take a look later and we'll see what I do. It's 5:30, just finished work. I'm going to jump straight on the bike. I think what I'm going to do is do stage 1 of the Tour of Watopia, because I did stage 2 on Tuesday. Might as well do stage 1 because you can ride it freely at any time. It's really good because you can select it on the main screen of the Zwift now. Less easy on the companion app, but at least you can do it on Zwift. Just select it and go and ride that route. Get my double XP for that ride as well. The plan is to just take it really, really easy. I don't think I'm going to go too crazy. I know I went a bit harder on Tuesday than I expected to. Maybe I will in this ride as well. I felt good on Tuesday. Maybe I feel good. But the plan is just to go nice and easy. So it was a really good ride. Did stick within zone 2 heart rate, which was quite good. It did take about an hour to get round. Really, really slow. And that little switchback climb up towards the reverse of the epic KOM just takes ages when you're not putting out some power. But took about an hour, got round, happy with it. Another ride in my legs. This morning is Saturday morning. It's the Saturday morning banded group ride for T2.5 this morning. We start in 1 minute 50 seconds, so I've got to be quick. But we've put this one down as the Eastern 8 route because it's part of the Tour of Watopia stage 2. So anybody who wants to carry on for longer than the hour can get the full route in. While it's banded, I'm probably going to stick to the hour. We're going out this evening and I've got loads of stuff to tick off my to-do list, but we'll see how we go and how I feel. One thing is I could feel my knee again this morning. It's starting to just, for want of a better word, throb a little bit, which, it's getting to me now. It's getting on my nerves. I don't know. Let's see how this ride goes. But at least it'll be three rides this week, which is what I've been trying to do. I'm failing a little bit of that, but I've done it this week, which is good. Great group ride this morning. Really enjoyed it. Numbers are sort of picking up on that now, which is good. And we had a good chat on the companion app as we went round as well, which I really, really enjoyed. I did only do the hour. There are a couple of people that did go on and do the full lap to get the Tour of Watopia ticked off. Did I feel strong? I must admit, I'm really pleased that I've done the 3 rides this week, but I did start to feel it a little bit this morning. Just sort of, I think it was more discomfort on the bike more than anything. Just getting used to being on the bike for multiple hours, sort of backside discomfort, and I definitely didn't feel as strong in the 2 latter rides as I did on Tuesday. But that's kind of, I really enjoyed that. I felt really strong. You saw my power graph, really, really happy with that. I'm hoping that's the kickstart on. And being able to get on and do 3 rides this week, which I know I've been saying I'm going to do for a few weeks now, a couple of months maybe. But to actually get on and do that this week with no illness and nothing getting in the way, that means that I can get on and do those rides. And feeling really, really positive about it. Heading into next week, I'm going to try and achieve the same thing. Did have a quick chat this morning about my knee on the group ride, and someone suggested it could be patella tendonitis. That is going to need some Googling, so I'll have a look at that over the next couple of days and see what I've got to do. It was suggested it might need some more stretching and stuff, so hopefully that's something that can fix the problem and it can go away, and I can get back to doing some more sort of interesting rides and doing the races, so that the videos aren't, I don't know, has this one been boring? I don't know. I guess the view numbers will show me. But yeah, just to get back to those races again and start being confident enough to push my knee and go full blast in something. But we shall see. I'll let you know how I get on with it. But yeah, all positive, feeling good heading into next week. Thank you very much for watching this video. As usual, a huge thank you to all the channel members coming up the screen now. It's great to have your support, especially during the times where I'm putting out less videos as well. I can't thank you enough, so thank you so much. But that is the end of this one. If you have enjoyed it, do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.